Greetings one and all. Welcome back to my kitchen here today, where I'm going to be making Thai basil beef with macadamias. Nice, quick, easy little stir fry. Now, as you all probably already know, the key to a good stir fry is getting everything ready in advance and then a quick cook. So, I've got here 400 grams, and that's pretty good fillet steak that I've just cut into reasonably thin slices, slightly against the grain. And I'm going to put a few ingredients in a bowl here together, including that meat. Now I'm going to put some of my other ingredients in with that meat. So I've got that there. I'll show you what I've got here that I've already prepared. I've got a couple of little shallots that I've just sort of cut into sort of thirds or so. They're going in. I've got one little stalk of lemongrass that I've just reasonably finely chopped. I've got a big knob of ginger that I've just cut into matchsticks there. 2 cloves of garlic that I've just really thinly sliced. Get them all in. And I've got 1 large red chilli that I've just sliced. Seeds and all. That's not a really spicy chilli, so get the seeds in. And last little thing I want to add just to that mix is a teaspoon of Chinese 5-spice. Just sprinkle over it. And just lightly toss that through. So what we're going to be doing is cooking this beef in a couple of batches, so that we don't cool the wok down too much on my electric hob here. Alright. Just get my wok up to a really high temperature with a little bit of vegetable oil. Just a little bit, tablespoon, and I'll get back to you when I'm ready to start. Alrighty, as you can see, my wok started smoking there a bit. So I've got here my meat mixture, and like I said, I'm only going to do that probably just about a third at a time with those other ingredients. And we're just going to give that a quick saute. Smells great already. Alright, that's plenty. We'll get that pot off. Alrighty guys, I just paused for a little second to put my rice on. So got my wok, getting it back up to maximum heat again. Now this time, instead of vegetable oil, I've got a little bit of sesame oil. I'm just going to heat up just about a teaspoon, I guess, like so. And yeah, that's pretty well smoking already. So let's get on with it. I've got my seared beef, chilli, garlic, ginger, lemongrass mix. Straight back in. Straight away I just want to add a pinch of salt. About a teaspoon of brown sugar. Righto guys, next I've got about a quarter a cup of beef stock, and we're just going to have a little, that'll just quieten things down a little bit for a minute, because we want a little bit of sauce for this. And that's looking good. And one of our main flavourings for this dish is about half a cup of oyster sauce. Next into that, I've got here about 2/3 of a cup of macadamia nuts, and I'm just using those because I happen to have a heap of macadamias in there left over from another dish I was doing. But yeah, use cashews, peanuts, anything like that you want. But I think they'll be nice with the old macadamias, or as they call them up here in Queensland nuts. I think they call them that. I think it's a native stuff here. And I'll try and be good for once. Get some bok choy in there. I'll just sort of roughly chop. Alright, now I'll turn that heat off. I'll also take it off the heat. Because this is basil beef. So I've got a handful of chopped basil leaves. I'm just going to sprinkle those on while it's still warm. I'm just going to stir those through and they'll wilt down. And then when I go to serve this, I'll serve it with about another handful of, well, onto each dish, another good serving of fresh basil leaves. Alrighty, so as you can see, I've served up some of my Thai basil beef and macadamia. With macadamias, I've got some steamed rice to go with it, and the smells in here are absolutely to die for. So, I mean, it's just your typical looking stir fry, but man, it looks good. Beef's nicely cooked up. I'll put some more fresh basil on there. Yum. Yummo. The beef's really tender. There's a really nice fresh flavour of basil coming through, as you could imagine. But I can taste those undertones of ginger, lemongrass, garlic, onion, chilli, all coming through as well. And wow, so easy to make, guys. You've got to make this. Or well, you don't have to. I recommend that you make it because it is really easy. And as I said, preparation's the key. Just have everything ready to go. Didn't take long. 15 minutes prep, 5 minutes cooking. Easy peasy. Alright, thanks for watching as always. Thanks to those, particularly as always, who've subscribed to the channel. Really appreciate that, guys. Thanks for that. As per usual, the subscriptions are just moving along at a glacial pace, but I'm used to that. That's no problem. If you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button. If you don't want to, that's no problems whatsoever. I'm just going to keep making more of these videos, and I will see you all next time.